It's Thursday, November 5th, 2020. We are no doubt in very uncharted waters, ladies and gentlemen. As I make this video, anything is possible. Anything can happen at this point. What we are watching is beyond the twilight zone. You know, I'm watching the markets this morning absolutely exploding. I don't think these markets really care who is elected. I think what these markets do care about is stimulus, more cash injections, more debt creation. That's all they care about. I really don't think they care all that much one way or the other about who the president's going to be. But I think that they are going to be impacted at some point with the next president of the United States of America. Not saying who that's going to be. You know who I believe will win this. So what kind of impact are we going to see in the real economy? That's the question. The stock market is so fake. If you're making money in these markets, God bless you. I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you're pulling profits out, and I hope you're buying real assets, because the whole thing is fake. The whole thing is built on a house of cards on top of quicksand. But if you're making money, and I hope that you are, look, I own mining stocks. They did incredibly well today. They did much better than these markets. They did better than even gold and silver. But let's talk about these markets a little bit. Dow Jones up 542 points today. Markets across the board all accelerating. Oil down 63 cents. It went down to 38.52. So obviously there's no correlation between the stock market and oil, because the stock market doesn't care about oil. It doesn't care about the next president. It cares about the next injections. It must be fueled by this Fed injecting more drugs into the system. Let's talk about gold today. I've been, making videos for a few years telling everybody they should be buying gold. I have a link down below, SD Bullion. I don't care where you get it from. I don't care who you buy it from, the pawn shop, one of the other internet dealers. Be careful who you buy from, though, ladies and gentlemen. Be very, very careful. I like SD Bullion. I've had nothing but great dealings with them. All of my transactions have been very secure. But that's not the case with other companies. So be very, very careful who you buy from. But I'm not here to tell you to buy gold or silver or who to buy from. What I am here to tell you is, if you have been buying over the last couple of years, you did incredibly well. Gold, as I make this video, up $55.60. It's sitting at $1,951 right now. Silver, up around $1.57, $1.60 today. Not sure exactly where it is right now. Last I checked, it was at $25.47. That's according to Fox Business. But there's people out there that continue to tell you, don't listen to me, don't do what I'm doing, and look, don't do what I'm doing. Do what you think is right for you. But these people out there that just think that I'm here to just promote gold and silver. Look, I'm here to promote a lot of things. One of them is God, security, food, water. The list goes on and on about what I think you should have in your life. And I'm just sharing with you how I have been preparing for what is coming. But there's people out there that just, oh my goodness, JB's trying to sell you gold and silver. Look, I wish I was in the gold and silver business. I wish I owned a gold mine, because I'd be making a lot of money right now, and people would be making a lot of money right now if they were buying this over the last couple years. Again, if you bought gold or silver last year, the year before, you've done incredibly well. So don't take my advice. Don't take what I'm saying. Do your own due diligence. Do your own homework. If you bought gold and silver a year, 2 years ago, would you be up or down today? You'd be doing very, very well. So does it really matter if I sell gold or silver or own a gold mine? It wouldn't really matter, even though I don't own a gold mine and I don't sell gold or silver. But I would not be against it, because I believe in it, and I would never promote anything, and I would never do anything myself that I didn't believe in and tell somebody else they should do it too. I don't care what people do. I don't care where they buy it from, but I do believe everybody should have some real assets, especially when we're seeing market melt-ups continue like the one we're seeing today. You need to be holding something real. I truly believe that very, very big events are coming in the very near future, and you better be holding real assets. You better have some form of security. You better have some food and water put away. You should have a trauma kit put away. Look, you should have all this no matter what. Every individual should be prepared for the worst case scenario: a tornado, an earthquake, a flood, an economic collapse. But I know that can't happen because the market was up 542 points today. Everything's fine because the stock market's going up. You know, people will write me and just tell me that don't worry about anything. The market's up. This is all doom and gloom. The market's up. The market's up. I'm making money in the markets. I hope that you're pulling some of that money out, and I truly hope that you're buying some real assets, because this is the biggest bubble, the most overvalued market we have ever seen in human history. It will burst. It's going to burst extremely hard. And we are heading into a super depression here, ladies and gentlemen. And I know people are going to disagree because everything is green on the screen. But, you know, take a look. Do you really think this fantasy is going to continue to go on and on and on? It may go on for a while, but I would be taking the time and buying real things, not pieces of paper. And again, look, I'm in these markets as far as mining stocks. They did incredibly well today, but they're extremely risky, and I realize that. And you know what? I don't have any of that money in my hands. It could tank tomorrow. It could go through the roof tomorrow. It could go through the roof for the remainder of the year and then tank. If I don't have that money in my hands, it doesn't mean anything, right? But I'll tell you what I do have in my hands. I have gold, I have silver, I have real assets, I have security, I have food, I have water, I have all of these assets in places that I can get to in a time of emergency. So what I want to ask all of you is, what is going on with the prices of metal today, gold and silver? Why do you think we saw gold? Why the run to gold? Why the run to silver today? Silver, well above $25 now, and gold well above $1,900 again. So why the run to the metals if everything is okay? If everything's going to be okay, if the economy is fine, if the stock market is stable, if the dollar is okay, why is everybody running to gold? Not everybody, but why did we see a big run and a big run up on the prices of gold and silver today? Please comment down below. I would really love to hear your opinion on this. Let's talk about the Fed today. Fed makes no changes to policy, sees economic activity continuing to recover. Even though we did lose another 751,000 jobs last week. We got the job numbers this morning. First time unemployment claims last week, 751,000. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but the Fed, let's go back to what Jerome Powell was talking about today. He said rates will remain at zero or near zero. We will use a full range of tools. In other words, more magic tricks, more hocus pocus to keep these markets up. Just think about the amount of zombie companies in these markets. Think about the trillions of dollars that went into propping up these markets. Just the manipulation is so unbelievable, and people are buying it hook, line, and sinker. They're drunk on these markets. They believe these markets are invincible. They can never fail. The bubble will never pop. But let me tell you, with $3 trillion injected into these markets, we could all have a very, very good time too, right? $3 trillion. As Jim Rogers says, give me $3 trillion and I'll show you a good time too. We better see the markets go up with $3 trillion. We better see them go up. The question is, how long can they go up before we have to inject another $3 trillion into these markets, into the economy to keep this Ponzi scheme going? So Jerome Powell and the Fed, again, they're 100% dedicated and loyal to the stock market. Wow, your economy is sinking deeper into a depression. Wow, we lose more and more jobs. So jobless claims, let's talk about that. They continue to soar. even though the media says, well, this is good news, it's 7,000 less than last week, so this is great news. But it's 4 times higher than what it was before this whole collapse began, before this infection started back in March. It's 4 times higher than what it was. So these numbers are very, very concerning. And it's like, this is going on for over 8 months now. We're going on 9 months now with this whole thing, and we've been bleeding jobs left and right. Who even has a job left? This is unbelievable, yet nobody even talks about it. Nobody even talks about it. So I want to close with this today. I believe that we've got some time before we see a winner in this election, and I believe that it's going to be contested. Now, how long does this go on for? Does it go on for days, weeks, months? We're going to find out. But in the meantime, frustrations are going to boil. We're seeing it happen right now. This has already gone on longer than it should have. And we're going to see frustrations across America on both sides boil. And the longer this goes on, more and more frustration is going to be boiling on both sides of this. But I believe that this is going to take us straight into a very, very serious disaster here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to say too much beyond that. You know who I believe is going to win. I believe that this president, I continue to believe that this president will be reelected. It may be contested, may go to the Supreme Court. But I believe he is not going to be leaving the White House. That's what I believe. I could be 100% wrong. Let me know what you think. Are we going to see a new president, or are we going to keep the old president? And what is this going to do to the markets? Does everything do a 180? Are we going to see massive chaos on the streets of America? Or are we going to see a new president and everything's just going to shift smoothly and everything's going to be hunky-dory and the economy will keep putting along and everything's going to be fine? The economy will continue to boom and everything is going to just be in la la land. Let me know what you think. I would love to know your opinion on this. You know, there's really nothing more to talk about today other than the stock market just going crazy, metals going crazy. And where we're at with this election. Let me know how you see it playing out. Again, it's already been historic, but I believe it's not going to end well. And I truly, truly believe, as I sit here and make this video today on this gorgeous afternoon here, that none of us better be complacent. We need to be preparing right now. Stay on track. I do believe that all of this is going to come off the rails. And I know somebody's going to write me and tell me that they made a lot of money on the stock market today. I hope it's in your hands. I hope you're buying assets, because what goes up comes down, and it's going to come down much faster than it went up. So I'll leave it right there today. I'm praying for America. I'm praying for all of you. Thank you for praying for me. Please continue praying for me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Please share this video with everyone you know and don't know. Blast it all over your social media. And we'll leave it there today. God bless every one of you. We'll talk very, very soon.